JJ, Cars 4 just got announced.
Yeah!
Welcome to Totally Serious Conversations by Next Topic Media. I'm Caleb Griffin.
I'm Caleb Ladd.
I'm Colton Merchant.
And I'm John James Butler.
And this is Top 10 Villains. Also featuring Evan Lytle and Daniel Stevens, who you guys will see in the video.
Or won't if they don't send us a video in time.
That's true.
Alright, my number 10 gotta be Thanos, obviously. Specifically from the movies. He's so evil, and he's so good at like feeling oppressive. Like the heroes don't stand a chance against him, especially like when considering they lose the first movie. So he's just kind of like the villain.
Good job, man.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Dan.
For my top 10 villains, I had to discuss with Caleb. I think he's a villain in the movie he's in, but he becomes not a villain in his TV show. But my number 10 is Peacemaker.
Respectable. I like that.
John Chana.
He's really fun in the movie, and I think he's even better in the show. But I mean, he spoiler alert, kills Rick Flag. That's pretty villainy.
Pretty
The way he
villainy.
said that.
Pretty
We'll let the
evil.
viewers decide if Peacemaker's a villain or not.
You
If
should
I
leave
would have
that down
said
in
somebody
the
that was
comments.
questionable, I would have gotten berated.
Hey,
Just not true.
as a comic book character, he's an
I-
anti-hero. Also,
I have a questionable one as well. My number 10 is Davy Jones from the Pirate of the Caribbean
Ooh.
series.
I do like some Davy Jones.
He's scary, dude.
Scary guy.
He's fun to be scared of.
I used to have a little figurine of him that
Yeah.
I give out at McDonald's, and he was always the scariest one I had.
He's a scary guy.
My number 10 for top 10 villains is Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
all right.
Very
Okay.
sick villain. He's a crime
Sick.
boss, and he
Slash samurai.
slash samurai, and he
Slash
wears
ninja.
swords on his body. So it's pretty menacing. It's pretty evil, and he
I
can
look- I look
almost
forward to
1v4 the turtles.
I look
Yeah.
forward to him being in the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, because him not being in this one really hurt that movie.
It's true.
Right. Evan, your turn.
Coming in at number 10, we have Thanos from the MCU. I feel like he was overhyped. Just a little bit. Comic book Thanos would definitely be a higher spot in the list. He didn't make it. Just the MCU version. Josh Brolin. Wonderful performance.
Thanks, Evan.
I like that. That was a good.
Good pick.
I'm so glad Evan said
Honestly, I'm
that.
surprised he's not on my list.
My number 10 is Vector from Despicable Me.
Great pick.
Wait,
Man, dude, that one
that
flew,
was the second one, right?
that one flew right over my
Yeah,
head,
yeah,
honestly.
Vector?
Vector's
Yeah,
so
Vector was
good.
That's the first one. The second one's the
Macho Man.
Macho, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking those were the same movie. Still, Vector.
Number 9, I got Sauron from Lord of the Rings. He's just like one of the greatest examples of like pure evil, just because that's what he is. It's like ancient entity that is evil. Classic. Love it.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
That's terrible.
What the heck?
I have to redeem that from one of the greatest DreamWorks movies, one of the greatest DreamWorks villains, Lord Shin from Kung Fu Panda 2.
The villain choice in that one is what excelled that movie from being like a funny, goofy comedy to just an incredible story. Great movie.
Incredible movie.
My number 9, this is one I wish Evan was here because he would agree with me, but he's not.
I'll pretend to be Evan.
Okay. Newman.
Yes!
From
I love
Seinfeld.
him!
Newman.
Wait,
Newman.
Yeah.
I
Bro,
You can't even act like you.
can't
bro
even
jumped
act.
into Newman.
Newman.
I like Seinfeld, I just don't know who Newman is.
Newman's the big fat guy who's his neighbor. Guy from Space Jam.
Is this one of the guys
well,
that's
I know the
questionable?
guy from Space Jam.
Huh?
But.
No,
Okay.
he's a villain.
Number 9 on my list is Venom. We love Venom. Probably my favorite Spider-Man villain. He's just always been so cool to me.
He's cool in certain adaptations, but
That's true.
Coming in at number 9, we have Deathstroke from the DC. Spoiler alert, he is the only DC villain I have on here. There will be some further elaboration, but he came in at number 9. He's a personal favorite. I actually bought the Fortnite skin of him when he came out just because I really like Deathstroke. I really like the colors, the black and orange, or sometimes navy blue and orange.
Wow.
Great
Evan,
pick.
man, really killed it. Love that guy.
All right, my number 9. It's one of my few like real life villains. Kel will be the only one that knows it. Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
Can you explain?
He kicks people in the nuts.
And he's a
Really?
basketball player.
Basketball player that kicks people in the nuts? I've never heard about this. That's
Dang.
scary.
He
Is it
kicks people
intentional?
and yes.
Yes.
And he still plays basketball?
Yeah.
Yes. and
This
he's
isn't
paid
a
lot.
villain. He's a monster.
He's
That's
been
terrible.
suspended multiple times and leads the league probably in flagrant fouls a year.
Yeah, probably.
Leads
Why
the
don't they
league in
stop him?
nutsack kicking.
Because they win.
Well, that reminds me of Daniel's number 8.
Daniel.
So
Number 8, I got Muzan Kibutsuji from Demon Slayer. He's like Thanos in that he just is so good at feeling oppressive, and that like he's so much greater and grander than the heroes could even like comprehend. But I feel like Demon Slayer does an even better job at kind of showcasing that.
That's all right. Yeah, I can see it.
Respectable.
Respectable.
it's not on my top 10, but I can see it. Personally, my number 8 is this one was recently put on there because of Tears of the Kingdom. It's Ganondorf from the Legend of Zelda series.
Ganondorf's
Very,
a cool
very
villain.
cool villain.
My number
Lord
8.
of Darkness.
My number 8's one that's already been mentioned. Shredder.
Shredder.
Cool dude. He's a crime boss, ninja, samurai who has a sick suit. Like,
Yes.
so awesome.
Exactly my reasoning. My number 8, we go back to Kung Fu Panda. Is Tai Lung from the first movie.
Tai Lung is cool.
He was a really cool villain. What great way to introduce conflict into the movie. The prison escape scene was top tier, and it was great.
I need to go back and rewatch the Kung Fu Panda movies. It's been too long since
They're
I've watched
goated.
it.
They're making a 4th one.
Yeah, I saw that.
I hope
The
it's
TV
good.
show is good too.
I need to watch the second one.
Everything Kung Fu
because
Panda does is great.
I'm missing out on.
Dude, the story's
The
the
first
same.
one and the second one are kind of tied for me because the first one has like that.
And then
First
the
one's
third
the
one,
classic,
Third
yeah.
one's
but
really
the second
bad,
one
isn't
I
it?
think is a
Third
better
one's
one.
not bad. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
just
good.
not as good.
Yeah.
Moving on is Griffith from Berserk. Without spoiling too much, he's just a really despicable character, both anime-wise and manga-wise. The things that he causes the main protagonist's guts, the pain that he puts him through, and just the evils that he does to upset him, really solidify him as a villain in anime and manga culture.
Really?
I'm confused.
I'm-
I
I'm
Yeah.
conflicted
didn't
on
think
that
he was
one.
a villain.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It could have been, could have not been.
All right, JJ.
All right, my number 8. Y'all probably be surprised about how low this person is.
Surprised.
Surprised.
That's okay.
My number 8 is Chick Hicks.
Chick hits.
Really?
Great villain.
He's a great villain, and it's from
There's
JJ's favorite
better.
movie.
There's better, or at least one better Cars.
Finland.
No, I very much just agree.
Oh no, Miles Axelrod is a great villain, but it's okay. He's not in my top 10. So
Number 7, I've got Skull Kid from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Skull Kid's kind of different because he's a great villain because you feel bad for him because Skull Kid isn't even really the villain. It's just a kid that got mixed up in like the wrong stuff basically, and now he literally can't go back because he's got like an entity taking over his body and he can't do anything to stop it. So you kind of feel bad for him. It's a different kind of villain and I like it.
Yes!
what are you talking about? That's horrible.
Why
Yes!
are we reacting when we don't know what it is?
I think Colton's really gonna like this one. He might be in Colton's list. I feel like he is. It's coming in at number 7 is Death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Death is very respectable. Love Death. Good
He's
guy.
a very cool
Oh,
character.
oh.
He's a great kid.
Great kid. A lot of potential.
Me,
Rising star in the industry.
my brother, and my friend, we were all like arguing about if Death was actually a villain because he's just doing his job or whatever. But he tries to kill Puss when he's not technically about to die. So, all right, we can just take that out. Like, that was one of the most immature things.
I'm keeping that in. Villain from my second favorite movie of all time, The Departed. His name is Colin Sullivan, played by Matt
Colin
Damon.
Sullivan. What is his like? What does he do?
He's works for a crime boss, but he's a detective. So he's like a rat inside of Special Investigations Unit. And
I've seen that movie.
He's
Pretty
really
neat.
cool.
I haven't seen
he's
the
a cool
movie, but
character.
yeah,
Love
respectable.
him.
My number 7 villain is Loki.
He's great.
I'm glad we can all respectfully clap for Loki. He's probably the best, if not, top 3 Marvel villains.
For
Easily.
the MCU, I would concur.
Well, yeah, MCU villains.
He's my favorite MCU villain.
I'm pretty sure he's my.
And his TV show is easily the best TV show of
I
all
mean,
the Marvel TV shows.
I guess this one kind of counts as a MCU villain now, but I don't know. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. Evan.
Number 7 is Venom from the MCU, or not MCU, but from Marvel in general. Man, there's so much to say about this guy. I'm so excited to see him in Spider-Man 2, which will come out very soon. He's always been powerful and he's strong, both solo and when he's in control of Eddie Brock versus when he's in control of Peter Parker. And he absolutely turns Peter Parker into a jerk. He makes him almost a bad guy, but he also almost makes him unstoppable, which is impressive. Venom is just so cool. He's been a personal favorite since childhood. I really like the black and white Spider-Man suit. I like seeing Spider-Man angry. I like seeing Spectacular Spider-Man when he took out the whole Sinister Six all by himself was so cool to me. Venom was later developed as a character with Eddie Brock's anger and his hate, and that was fun to see. Just a bigger, stronger opponent for Spider-Man. There was the Tom Hardy movies. Those were really good as well, enjoyable. They kind of made him more of an anti-hero, but I was still vibing with it. I liked it.
Whoa, 2 Lokis back to back?
That's
crazy.
so crazy, man.
Wow.
Whoa.
JJ, make it 3.
My number 7 is a Marvel villain.
Oh.
Thanos.
Oh, I was about to guess Thanos.
Thanos.
I wish I had my Thanos pop.
I mean,
can't find
there's
it.
not many Marvel villains that can actually think back in Marvel movies and remember the
Yeah.
villains. So.
Yeah, of
People are
most
gonna
memorable villains,
Yeah.
Thanos is probably going to
Yeah,
be the one that
so
stands out.
People are going to think
forever.
Thanos is a basic answer.
Honestly,
but Thanos
though-
is a cool
honestly,
character
though,
in the MCU. He's awesome.
When you said Loki, I thought about just changing it to Loki in that slot, but I didn't.
Somebody else that's going to stick to his guns is going to be Daniel.
That guy.
Number 6 is GLaDOS from the Portal series. Once again, it's kind of like evil just for the sake of being evil, but I love GLaDOS because it's pure evil. It's like a computer that's pure evil, but it's also really funny, and so you can't help but like it, even though the whole point of it is like it's evil. It's a really fun character.
Oh, what a surprise. It sucked. Oh, my goodness.
Really, dude?
I love you, Daniel.
Facepalm moment.
And unfortunately, I can't even bring this back because none of y'all besides Daniel and Evan.
That's what I was going to say. Like, really? The guy from Monsters, Inc.?
Oh, I
What,
hate that
Randall?
guy.
Huh?
Randall?
Randall from Monsters, Inc. Really?
Randall's okay. I thought you were
who's
going
the,
the
like,
spider guy.
the-
Oh, the
Who's
spider
the
guy?
secretary that goes, Mike Wazowski?
Roz.
Raj from Monsters, Inc. Really?
Sully is not the villain of
We
that
must have him out of this!
Anyways, my number 6, the only people that have seen this guy are the people that aren't present, is Michael Jackson. Just kidding. This is Muzan. Muzan Kibutsuji. It's not on my top 10, but I can see it. Everybody says
Oh,
his pop
no.
looks like Michael Jackson.
It does.
Michael Jackson.
Can we keep that in?
It is Muzan Kibutsuji from Demon Slayer. Still not my favorite villain from the series.
Respectable.
Nah, bro, that's Michael Jackson.
He's horrifying. Like, he is a scary dude, which is why he's in my top 10, because I feel like half the villains these days are just like, the movie really tries to, well, there's some good in what they're doing, and I really appreciate a villain that is
That's
just
just
straight up evil.
Evil.
Mine is also like that. Just a straight up evil bad guy villain dude. Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah. It's Londa.
Landa. Hans
He
Landa.
is a villain.
He's
I like
very
how
villain.
I like how his arc
He is
ends.
scary, dude. Like he acts so nice, but everything he's saying is so evil. Like at that opening scene, he's just smiling the whole time. He's
Yeah,
like,
just very chaotic. Just
Dude,
Yeah,
that
it's
scene
pure evil.
gives me the chills.
dude, he's great acting. Great, but that's a great villain.
There's some actors that do so good at portraying the villains they play that it's scary, and I
Yeah.
have one of those that I think everybody will agree on.
I hope so. Colton, you're number 6.
My number 6 on my list is John Kramer from the Saw movies. He's Jigsaw himself.
Yeah, he dies in like the second one, but he's in every movie. It's wild. He dies in the third one.
No. Honestly, I can't remember which one he dies in
I'm
because
pretty sure
he's
he
like
dies at the end of the second.
I don't
one.
know. It's presented that he died in some movie, but it wasn't that movie when he actually died.
Here's the thing. We
It's
don't know.
It's confusing.
Evan, would you like to save us from this gore?
Oh, he didn't!
My eyes!
I can't unsee that.
JJ.
Okay. My number 6, I could have gone with the plethora of people in this category, but
Yeah.
Just give them all. The Teletubbies!
Go ahead.
That was rude.
Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh, him.
Who's Raphael?
He's a villain?
I was gonna put a steroid user baseball player in this.
But to
and
us, he's a hero.
he's my favorite one out of the steroid users, so
But
there
he's
we
not
go.
a villain.
Number 5, I have Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I took Azula over her dad, the main villain of the show, Lord Ozai, because Lord Ozai is once again kind of just evil for the sake of being evil. Azula has her own motivations, plus she's just crazy. Like, she's hard to pinpoint. She's so unpredictable, but she's a great villain.
La 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 la
I'm glad I
la.
didn't listen because it sounded like it was going to
It,
suck.
it was bad.
Wait, what was it? Oh, that's not that bad.
Ruined. Absolutely ruined my
I
night.
miss having
Y'all might
Evan
wanna-
here to have
y'all
random
might wanna-
side
I'll appreciate it,
conversations.
Daniel.
Okay, well, I guess somebody has to enjoy it. My number 5 is Ramatra from Overwatch.
Ramatra. Don't like playing against them.
He is very cool.
He is very
He's
cool.
not too bad to play against. He's one of them.
Alright.
Oh, JJ.
He's one of the only characters that comes close to Genji in terms of raw coolness.
Definitely.
So, and he's a villain, so I gotta throw him on the villain list.
That is, yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Thought I'd defend my point.
My number 5 is the Kingpin, a.k.a. Wilson Fisk.
Kingpin.
Love him.
He's a scary
We've
dude.
We've hit the Spider-Man.
He's like-
part of.
He's
I mean,
like
I
the
know
bat.
also-
He's like the Batman
Yeah.
of the MCU, where he's just
the Batman.
not the Batman, but like he doesn't have any superpowers. He's just rich and he's just super scary. My number 5, previously mentioned, is Death from Puss in Boots. Really cool villain. So
Oh, Evan, your list was so good.
oh, whoa.
Up
That's
until
not
that.
bad.
Dude, come on.
Come on.
Cut him some
Come on,
slack.
for the
Cut him
first
some
for the
slack.
first time in this, Daniel beat Evan this round. I'm gonna say.
No, he did not.
Oh, he's
Come
so
on, cut
good.
Evan some slack.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look, it was the roach.
I can't.
What?
Really?
You see it?
Yeah, he just crawled that way.
I can't wait for.
Quick, don't-
Oh, there
I
he is!
see
There he
him,
is!
I see
There
him.
he
Give me
goes.
your
Go,
shoe.
go, 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 go!
I got him.
Heck yeah!
Now can you get him off my shoe? My number 5 is Dictator Chang, or Warlord Chang. Yeah.
Such a great villain.
I could have just said Chang, but that season or like stretch of
Oh, from
episodes,
Community.
Yeah,
okay.
from Community.
so good.
that's the best villain Chang
Oh
era.
man, when he just literally turns the school into
When he literally has
Literally.
When he
He
literally does
literally-
that too.
has an army of 12-year-olds
Oh.
that take over the school.
he literally turns it into a military state. Like there's a flag of him doing this.
Number 4, this might be a little bit low for some people, but I have Darth Vader. He's Darth Vader. Like, you can't. He's Darth Vader. He's classic.
Yeah, that's. I like it.
Respectable. I
Probably
love
this
it.
one yet, honestly.
Hey, good comeback.
Yeah,
I didn't think his last one was that bad. Hey,
Why did you just spit on Invisible Daniel?
He's right there. We're going back to my favorite show, Demon Slayer, for my number 4. It's Akaza. Yeah. Yo, Daniel and Evan, thank y'all. I'm glad that y'all agree.
it's funny because I'm not gonna have videos of them clapping embedded, so now he's just talking. My number 4, this is one of the iffy ones because as of current, they are not a villain, but when
Okay,
they are a villain,
I was wrong in the order, but I got it.
when they are a villain, this person's super cool. It's Black Cat. I love Black Cat. So cool. Just a thief who's super good at it and drives Spider-Man crazy in multiple facets.
My number 4, a classic from the childhood eras of our life, Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, wow. Now I'm mad at myself for that not being...
I know.
I can't believe
I was
Goofy's not in my
yeah,
list.
Doof-
That's crazy.
Doof snuck into my heart. I appreciate
Great
it.
villain.
Great villain.
I think he's the hero of the show.
He's the only villain any of us are going to mention who has reason for being a villain.
He does.
Yeah.
His
Like-
backstory and his just whole life has been pretty upsetting.
I mean, I guess.
A1 father, though.
One bother.
Top tier father.
F tier father.
Not so bad at that after all. Not the Phineas and Ferb villain I was expecting to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy when he came in that special.
He literally said Norm.
Yep. He wasn't in a special episode.
I'm Norm.
Norm.
My number 4
Is Norm.
is Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt.
Isn't he the guy that like crashed and died on the track?
Well, yes, but when he was actually racing, he was considered a villain, but he was also like really loved, but he was a villain, so it was
I guess that's why he got a
But-
pop.
So why was he a villain? Like, what did he do?
wrecked
He made
people.
he made people wreck all the time.
He wrecked people.
Yeah.
3, I have Ganon from Legend of Zelda. Any of them really. Ganon/Ganondorf. Same thing. It's just like evil incarnate is basically like what he is, and it's freaking sick.
All right, Caleb, go.
Coming into the top 3, I also think that my good pal will agree with me. He's probably up here on your list, I think, potentially, is Homelander. One of the
I do
scariest
like
villains
Homelander.
ever.
He's crazy.
Anthony Starr does such an insane job playing him. Like, one of the best acting performances ever.
No, your Homelander pick is kind of like the Doofenshmirtz pick. I wish I had thought about it because he definitely make it. But
No!
I do love Homelander.
When I think of villains, he's like the
JJ,
most
you shook
iconic
the tripod
villain.
for your yell.
Well, I
That's
can't believe
impressive.
Colton didn't
That's
think about
unfortunate.
Homelander.
Alright. I mean, I feel like this is a guy
Yeah, it is,
who,
actually.
even if you haven't seen the franchise, at least has to be in your honorable mention. It's Darth Vader. The man just exemplifies evilness. He's an evil man.
he's evil.
All my homies love Darth Vader.
You know
So
how
cool. Like
he
the,
is definitely a top 3 villain.
the Rogue One scene.
Dude, it's so good.
Just by itself, just alone, that scene can make him a top 10 villain.
I haven't seen Rogue One.
All right. Well, speaking of someone who has seen Rogue One, Evan.
No, it's
Colton.
fine. Yeah, I do agree with Darth Vader being a number 3 because he's at my. That's what's up. That is so what's up.
We love to see it.
Love
here.
to see matching picks.
3 in a row.
Darth Vader!
Are you kidding me?
What?
What?
JJ, come on, hit me with it. Come on.
JJ.
All right,
hit us with
my
the
number 3. I didn't comment on your Dr. Doofenshmirtz because he's my number 3.
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Doofenshmirtz.
You're not
If you're
respectable.
gonna replace
Respectable.
Darth Vader,
It's
I'll
Doofenshmirtz is
allow
okay.
it. Now hit us with Darth Vader.
Number 2, this is kind of a out of left field pick. I have Linus from the TV show Lost. If you haven't seen the show, I think it's a great show. I'd recommend watching it. But Linus is just such an interesting character because he always seems like he's ahead of everyone else. And I mean, he's not like powerful or anything like that. He's just a guy who's really, really smart, and he's great at like trying reverse psychology stuff. And one of like the craziest scenes of any show ever that like always sticks out to me is this scene where Linus is talking to this soldier, and the soldier has like a gun to his daughter's head, and he's like about to kill her or something like that. And Linus is like trying to do his thing of like reverse psychology and like being ahead of everyone else. He's just like, go ahead, shoot her. Like, she means nothing to me. She's not even my real daughter, or something like that. Like, trying to get inside the guy's head, and he just shoots her, and she dies, obviously. And Linus is like, he's stunned because like the last thing he ever said to his daughter was like, she means nothing to me. You can kill her. And it's like, oh crap. It's like that's the first time in the show that Linus isn't like in everyone else's heads, and it's like he's just such a really cool character.
Disappointment.
Dude, do you honestly believe
I mean,
that Jabba the Hutt is a better Star Wars villain than Darth Vader?
like he's like good villain, but not better than Darth Vader. I was very close to joining y'all in the Darth Vader number 3 gang, but he's my number 2 villain.
Respectable.
He's just too cool.
Yeah. My number 2 is
The guy from the show I haven't seen.
you guys aren't gonna know him. If Evan was here, he would know him.
I'll pretend to be Evan.
Evan actually has his Funko Pop. We were together when he bought it because he saw it before me, and I tried to beg him to let me get it, and he wouldn't. So if this guy's not on Evan's top 10 villains list, I assume it's only fair that he gives it to me. But Amon from Legend of
Yes,
Korra.
I love him. I have his pop. I bought it instead of you.
That's a good Evan impression. Yeah, dude, Amon
Dude, I
is
thought
so
Evan was
cool.
in the room.
Guys, no,
By far.
it's me, Caleb.
My number 2 is Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad. A very,
I'm
very
sorry.
menacing man.
I always want to say Gustavo Rock.
Gustavo Rock.
No, keep going. I agree with you for this.
No,
Very
Gustavo
menacing
Fring's a
man.
very scary man,
Yeah.
and he definitely deserves his villain one.
Sure.
Evan?
Amon?
No way.
I guess you get to keep the pop.
That's a crazy way of saying him on.
Well, what about JJ?
Alright, my number 2 is actually somewhere over there. Yep. Alright. Heel Roman Reigns.
Another
villain.
real person.
Yeah.
Does he?
We can put him back down if you want.
Yeah.
I was rocking.
I don't like that it's rocking and scary.
But heel Roman Reigns, dominant, heel, everything. Yeah.
3 out of the 5 were bad.
I think only two of them were bad.
Well,
I like this.
That's
list.
a personal thing though.
Yeah.
One of them was really good. Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't on the top 10.
it was literally on all of ours besides yours.
My honorable mentions were a little weird. I have Loki, who I guess Peacemaker should have been on my honorable mentions because I took Loki off because he's not really a villain anymore.
Yeah.
Loki, Kylo Ren, who's like the one good thing about the sequel movies.
Yes.
Reaper from Overwatch.
Reaper.
Magalore from one of the Kirby games. I love him. Gustavo Fring. And then this one was like a kind of weird one because the villain technically changes in every movie, but they wear the same costume, is Ghostface from the Scream series. But if I had to pick, it would be the Ghostfaces from the first movie. Billy and Stu Macher.
Yes.
But Scream's like the only horror movie franchise I've watched. So.
I like that. I like that list.
All right.
Thank you.
Respectable.
My twin.
Okay.
First honorable mention.
torn.
I went back and forth between this guy and Davy Jones for the number 10 slot, but it's the High Evolutionary.
Dude, I actually
Guardians.
just took him
High
off my
Evolutionary
list.
after Guardians 3.
Dude.
Yeah, he
Great, but like
definitely deserves
a
that
guy
honorable
you
mentions list.
love to hate so much. Like I've never wanted a villain to die more in my life
That's true.
than this
I
guy.
took
he
him off
die?
my list tonight to add Peacemaker
Great character.
because I had to throw Loki down to the honorable mentions.
Next is the Green Goblin. Then we got Bowser. Another Legend of Korra villain from season 3, Zahir. Super cool dude. Thinks he's doing the right thing. He's really not, but
Like a lot of villains do that.
really cool. And then another guy from the Avatar universe. Well, I know y'all hate on me if you want because I know he ends up being a hero. But for the first 2 seasons, this dude's a straight villain. Zuko.
Yeah.
Zuko's freaking awesome.
My honorable mentions include Plankton from SpongeBob, Jafar from.
You had such a good start.
Bro,
This
they
has been
hate
a
on Jafar.
weak list so far.
They hate on Jafar. Jafar is so cool.
No, he's not.
I love Jafar.
He's cringy.
Whatever. The Wet Bandits from Home Alone.
That's
Davy
good.
Jones. Calvin Candy. If y'all don't-
What's that from?
Oh, shoot, I forgot. Django.
Calvin Klein.
Calvin Candy.
I hate
from Django.
underwear.
and then as we mentioned earlier, Homelander. He's
I'm
now
glad
in my
that he
honorables
got in
mention.
the honorable mentions.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it.
I'm in.
I liked it. I liked it.
I think none of those would be top 10, so they're not. They're in the honorable mentions.
Honorable
So
mentions.
I like that. John
John
James, give us your
All right.
list.
My honorable mentions are Sharpay from High School Musical.
That's a great
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Her pop is still at GameStop. You could have
Yeah,
liked
it
her
is.
that much.
I could have bought it, but
You should have when we did the bag deal.
yeah, I should have. But
I didn't know she was an honorable mention, or I would have tried to convince you.
Barry Kripke from Big Bang Theory.
Great villain.
Then we've got
Wait, you said his name wrong.
Quick.
Quick.
Barry Quick.
Yeah.
That's like Daniel's
Quick.
nickname.
Quick. All right. Quick.
Right, Daniel.
Cool, number one villain.
All right.
Daniel's mom for calling him for Quick.
All right. Also have Joker.
Joker.
Okay.
That, I
Um,
like that thing.
I'm surprised.
Is there a specific version of Joker, or just the Joker?
Like the newer ones. So like the one that was in his
Like
own
Heath
movie.
Ledger's Joker.
Yeah,
Well,
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Wait,
Oh,
his
and
own
Joaquin
movie-
Phoenix.
The whole movie was
Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Did you see that? I didn't know you ever watched
No, but I've seen clips. And
Joaquin
so that's why it
Phoenix
was
just
in,
put Joker. to
that's
fill
why it's in my
relevant.
honorable mentions and not in my top
Hold
10.
on.
Because I like the character. I like the character, and I've seen clips, but I haven't seen the full movie, so it's in my honorable
That's
mentions.
fair.
All
Joaquin
right,
Phoenix.
and then Loki, and then the greatest Sith Lord of them all, Jar Jar Binks.
He's not a villain.
He's not a villain. I
He
mean,
literally is. Watch the presidential Discord server video.
I mean, yeah. He
And
is,
people hate Jar Jar Binks for no reason. so-
canonically, he is a villain in the president's
Yeah.
Discord.
You know
server.
what? We can't argue with that.
Number one, I have the Joker from Batman. The Joker is just such a cool villain because he's evil strictly because he thinks it's funny, and it's like he's crazy. Like he's evil. He's never gonna not be evil because being evil is him, and it's funny, and that's his sole motivation. It's crazy. He's awesome. So that's my top 10 list. It's the only right one. So thank you.
There we go. Finally.
Not a number one pick, but a very good villain.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry, JJ convinced me. That was horrible.
Oh man.
my number one, she moved up to number one recently. What?
Demon Slayer Mitsuri.
Mitsuri's not the villain.
No.
She's my hero. No, this is from probably my favorite video game ever at this point because Overwatch has gone into the dump. It is Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! Caleb, put that behind my thing. She is the villain in Dimitri's route.
My number one villain is Epic Games. Just joking.
We all know who it is. Come on, say it with me,
If
guys.
you-
3.
Wait, no! I want to talk about it! My number one, if you're a Next Topic Media fan, Jacob, you should know who this is because I've mentioned it multiple times. on
I love
separate
Next Topic
videos.
Media.
All right.
But yeah, y'all go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Craven.
Craven! He did not say it.
No, I didn't.
JJ did say it. Good job, JJ.
Who did you say?
He didn't
I didn't say anything. I just let
No.
them say it.
Craven the Hunter. Super awesome villain, super cool villain. I'm worried about the movie, but I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, so I have hope.
My number one villain is Joker.
I was not expecting that.
All around, just probably one of the best villains.
I mean,
out
it's
there.
basic, but there's a reason why it's basic because he's a great villain.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I can't fault you for it.
That was probably Daniel's number one.
Probably
Probably was. Yeah.
All right.
Namor. It was Namor.
If Namor's on his top 10, edit that crap out.
You know Namor was on
You
his
know-
That's a proper number one. That's
Proper
a
number
guy.
one. That's how it's done, people.
I mean, Darth Vader at number 1, we were all expecting it to happen from somebody. I like it.
All right, my number one is Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
I hate him so much.
Probably the most hated guy in all of NASCAR. So, yeah.
I thought about to say like all of history.
This was a great video.
This was a wonderful video.
It was such a good video.
I hope Evan and Daniel pull through and send theirs in, or it's
else
gonna be
it's
really
gonna be
fun
really
editing out all of our
stupid.
reactions.
Yeah.
I'll just leave them in, and then people will be really confused. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're glad to be doing Totally Serious Conversations again. Let us know what we should top 10 next. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Hopefully we will have all 6 of us at some point
Hopefully.
soon.
And it won't be 6 months until the next.
Yeah, we're just so busy.
Has it really been
Make-
6 months?
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Make
Yeah.
sure to go comment down below what your top 10 villains would be. I'm interested to see if anybody has the same villains as us. Not same order, but you know. Thank y'all.
Bye bye.